All right, everyone, welcome back to the Raising Kids Pushing Weights podcast. I am Jeff Newman, and I am a little bit sick, so please bear with me a little bit. My voice is a little bit raspy, but I'm feeling good. I'm on the back end of this. I just sounds a little bit bad, but I had some fun topics and some topics that mean a lot to me to go over today, so that's why I still wanted to make this podcast. So let's dive right in. This week, today, I want to talk about raising your baseline of health before you try to jump 5 steps. Now, let's dive into what exactly that means. Most people, when they try to lose weight, when they try to get stronger, when they try to improve their health, they jump straight to the super strict diet or the super strict or crazy workout training plan, or they sign up for a marathon and they sign up for some huge competition when their baseline is basically at 0. So you're jumping ahead like 5 total steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You start these programs, maybe they go well for a couple weeks, then when life gets busy or you lose motivation or whatever happens, you fall back on your baseline, and your baseline is 0 because you didn't build anything up. You jumped ahead 5 steps to the most extreme thing, and then when times got hard, you fell right back to 0. So what you need to do is actually build up your baseline. In reality, instead of jumping ahead to those 5 steps to that diet or crazy workout plan, if you just worked out 20 or 30 minutes 3 days a week, you would be totally fine and you'd start to raise your baseline. Or even just 15 minutes every day. Practice that commitment of actually showing up and then make it a habit. Then when life gets crazy, you already have that habit built that you can fall back on. So even if you took just a half or 1 step up, even if you jumped ahead 3 steps and then life got busy, and you fell back, you'd still fall back even less than you would if you tried to jump from 0 to 5 or 0 to 3 or whatever it is, whatever metaphor with numbers that you want to put in there. So build slow habits. Make it easy to repeat every single week. Is that 1 day a week of showing up and doing a workout? Is that 2 days? Is that 5 days of 10 minutes of a workout? Whatever it is, make it as easy as possible and make it easy to repeat every single week. When it feels like it's a habit, and you don't have to force yourself to do it every week, then you can add a little bit more. So you're taking those baby steps forward. And if you think about it over, let's just say a year, yes, it might sound like a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, a year is not much time at all. But in a year, if you took slow periods of time and built up half step by half step by half step, and you built up your baseline over a year, then you're going to be way far ahead instead of at the beginning of the year when what most people do, they jump 5 ahead and then they fall 5 back and then 5 ahead and 5 back. And it's this endless cycle of super strict and nothing, super strict and nothing. So you got to start building those baselines up slowly. All right. So this happens with myself too. Whenever I try to go on like a strict diet or super strict training plan, or try something that's a little bit more extreme, like something, I'll give the example of like I've tried something like carb cycling or even calorie cycling, where you go up and down in the number of calories or carbs that you have every single day. It's a little bit more intense. You got to keep track of everything. And there's days where you're pretty low, so you're pretty low energy and stuff like that. And it's pretty tough to get through. And I've failed at it before. But the difference is when I fail, I'm failing from step 5. So if I jump up to step 7, I'm failing and I'm falling back on my habits at step 5, which is still good eating habits, overall good workout habits. I'm not missing workouts or anything like that. But if I tried to jump from 0, which most people do, again, they go from eating like crap to, oh man, I see this really cool program that gives me crazy workouts and, I don't have to eat carbs for 30 days, or I just eat meat for 30 days. It's like, what happens after 2 weeks? You're going to give up. Life's going to get hard. You're not going to be able to sustain it. And then you fall back to your old habits because you didn't learn a damn thing. So again, you got to make those small changes. When I make those small changes, so let's take me, who's a little bit ahead, I would say, with my habits. I'm not crazy, but like I've got pretty good habits built up. My baseline is higher than most. When I make a couple small changes, like hitting a specific protein goal, or cutting out something small, like maybe one of my snacks at night. I like having something sweet at night. So if I cut back a little bit on that or give some healthier alternatives, I can actually do it because it's only like 1 step ahead of where I'm at. And then, I'm already close to it. But if I were to be at, let's say like 20 grams of protein, which I've worked with clients who are getting about 20 grams of protein in every single day, if all of a sudden I tried to put them on a program, or if they saw some research that said, no, you got to eat 170 grams of protein. There's no freaking way that person is going to be able to sustain that over maybe like a day. And then they're going to go back to what they did. Instead, what you would have to do is raise the protein amounts little by little by little by little until it gets easy enough to move on to the next step. All right? So stick to small jumps and build up your baseline. All right, let's change gears here a little bit and talk about what's going on right now. We've got a few things going on right now. We started daycare with Peyton. This is actually technically it's full week number 2. We started 3 weeks ago with just 1 day. Hence why I'm sick. That's my guess at least. She's got a little bit of a cold too that's running through the family, of course. Yes, daycare. But we originally thought that we were going to go 5 days per week with Peyton's daycare. And then during week 1, by the end of the week, everyone was just so overwhelmed with daycare. We actually decided to rework our schedule. And now we're going to reduce Peyton down to just 2 days a week of daycare. And then we're going to get help from my mother-in-law 1 or 2 days. Lauren's going to be able to work from home 1 or 2 days. And then I'm actually going to be able to watch the girls for a couple afternoons or 1 day as well too. So it's a huge balancing act, but you know what? It's going to work for us. And I have a lot of respect for families who have to do daycare because they're both at work 24/7, or not 24/7, but all day. So they have to put their kids in daycare all day. That's really hard for me, especially for my schedule too, because I go to the gym at night. So then if we pick up Peyton at 4:30, I'm leaving at 5 to go to the gym to teach a couple classes. So it's not like I'm really seeing her when she's off of daycare. So for us, our schedule is a little bit unique where I'm in and out a lot. Lauren can work from home a couple days. And you know what? Peyton's 2 right now. And in 2 years or 1.5 years, whatever it is, she's going to be going to school full time. And from that point on, that's never ending. She's going to keep going to school full time. So right now is the only real time where we can have her at home more. So we're trying to take advantage of that. But again, that's just what suits our needs. I have total respect for parents and families who have to do it. There are kids in her daycare who get dropped off at 7 a.m. and they don't get picked up till 5 p.m. It's just a long time for me. So she's going to be in there 2 days. She's in there right now, today when I am recording this, hence why I'm able to record this in my kitchen with not her running around making some noise. But yeah, what else is going on? Right now we are struggling with some little things. I think the 2s are finally starting to hit us with Peyton. She puts up a fight with basically everything. Changing her diaper, changing her clothes. The big one is brushing her teeth. It feels like such a challenge sometimes. Like, we try to get her to take her toothbrush and try to brush it on her own. She usually just eats the toothpaste off of it and like brushes a tooth and then she's done. Then I got to come in, Big Bad Dad has to come in and like strap her down, open her lip, get her top teeth, and like go around her mouth to make sure she's actually freaking brushing her teeth. Because she puts up a stink every single time. So that's something that we're struggling with, along with a lot of other things. But you know what? Overall, it's been so much fun watching her grow. She sees new things. One of my favorite things right now is for Camden, I call her Cam, or everyone calls her Cam, but I come up with stupid little nicknames. So I've been calling her Cam the Ham. But with Peyton, all I have to do is go, Cam the, and Peyton yells out, ham, and then it's like a little chant, like Cam the ham, Cam the ham, and it's so awesome. I love it. It's my favorite thing right now. But Camden's doing well. She's growing. She's sleeping all right most nights, but overall, it's been great watching these 2 girls grow up more. All right, let's switch gears a little bit more. I want to talk about what's going on with online stuff, with gym stuff. We've got our 21-day clean eating challenge update going on right now. It is day 11, so technically we are in the second half of this challenge already. It feels like we just started, which we did. It's only been 10 days. This is day 11. But back half here, everything's going great. I've loved seeing people post their meals, post their workouts, keep each other motivated. It's been an awesome challenge so far, so if you missed out on this one, don't worry. I'm probably going to be running one in a couple months as well, closer to summertime, so don't miss out. These are a lot of fun. This week, our challenges have been to hit a protein goal. So I put a protein goal of 0.7 grams per pound of body weight every single day. People have to hit that up to 3 days per week. And we got another challenge coming up, which is going to be a little core workout for people to do. So it's been a lot of fun. And again, if you missed out on this one, stay tuned for the next one. I've got a couple programs that I'm building right now, which are going to be great. A 6-week one and actually a 12-week one as well. It's going to be awesome. These are more for the home workout people, but also people who go to the gym. This is going to be an offering to you as well. It includes things like nutrition and check-ins and tracking how much weight you're lifting and what you're doing on workouts and things like that. So keep an eye out for those. But that's about it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. It means a lot to me. It's something that I preach to all of my clients, to build up your baseline of health before you try to make a big jump. All right, so work on that, and I will see you for our next episode. Thanks so much for tuning in.